So fresh, so clean.
I want you in my life for the rest of my life.
So fly, so cool.
I want you to be my wife.
So fresh, so clean.
I want you in my life for the rest of my life.
So fly, so cool.
I want you to be my wife. You bring me joy like Anita Baker. Let me show you how.
Yeah. You need to get that, Chris?
Can you pause it?
No, not really, but go ahead. I'll edit it out.
What? How you doing? What's going on? It's leaking again? Where? Kitchen or bathroom?
In the bathroom. You have to come up and show.
I can't come up now because I have something on the stove. I'll go up when I'm done. Okay? Okay. No problem. That's what people don't understand. This 24/7 shit. Who the fuck is working at this time?
Yo, Chris, I'm not editing that shit. Just let a motherfucker tell me that my leak has to be on hold because he got something on the stove. Get the fuck out of here. Yo, you heard the urgency. No, you got to come up right now. There's a fucking river up there.
Oh, you heard it?
Yeah.
You heard everything?
I heard everything.
Oh, shit. It's not a river. It's a trickle or something. It's like a stream. Don't call it a river right off the bat. No. Come on, man. Why you always got to go the extra mile? A little stream, a little creek.
Fishes live in creeks, right? So that's deep enough. Yo, welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back to Breeze Shooters. We are the show that brings you news, sports, polka, and everything in between.
We love the tweeters.
Man, that delay is really long, man. What's up? I'm your host, Lou.
This is going to be fun.
Chris, what kind of movies we look like?
the karate, the Saturday or Sunday morning karate.
Yeah.
Hey, I would do you.
Yeah. I'm your host, Lou, joined by my very good friend, Christian Soto, and we are Breeze Shooters Podcast. So what's up, Chris? How you doing, brother?
I'm doing a lot better, man. And, this thing really kicked my ass. This little fucking virus thing kicked my ass, man. I still haven't got my not that I was in good shape before COVID, but after COVID, I find myself getting winded very, very easily.
Yeah, that's
what
they say.
The other day I'm taking a shower, and I'm, and I did one of these, and then I did this, and I had to pause right there. That's all I did. I did my chest and one of my armpits, and then I had to pause.
Papa, that's a lot of ground. You're covering a lot of ground there.
That's a lot of real estate. Yeah. I got into maybe I'll let you to chime in on something. I got into a little discussion with my girl, right?
Okay.
And my girl and her sister, they're big J-Lo fans. And before I even continue, I need people to understand, like, I admire J-Lo's hustle, like her work ethic and where she started and where she's at. Amazing. Absolutely. Another thing that I admire, at 51 years old, you don't see that. You don't see that often, So I guess I needed to put out that disclaimer before I started talking about this, and I want to, so my thing was is like I never criticized a woman for having. I would never say, "Oh, this woman's a hoe because she's had 17 partners." No, love is a real tricky thing, and sometimes you gotta fall and get up, and it's a trial and error process. So I would never, you know, now if a woman has three men at the same time or two men at the same time, then now that's a different story. But in her case, in J Lo's case, that's not the case. I think she really falls in love and wants to make things work. But along with J Lo, I put Holly Berry, and there was another. These are very sexy, beautiful women. So at some point, you have to ask yourself, what's going on that their relationships don't work? They're they're multimillionaire. They're very independent. They're very, they're sexy. They're beautiful. What is going on that men that their men their relationship don't work? It's always like a cheating thing. This last thing with A Rod, I found it so funny because when they interviewed the girl or whatever, the supposed side chick, physically he did not cheat. So so I
Really?
found that
It
real
was an
funny.
emotional thing.
I found that funny. No, don't get me wrong. I believe you could be unfaithful without sleeping with somebody. I do believe in that. There's loyalty, there's respect. But I just found it funny the way she she got the nerve to say, no, 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 no. He really didn't cheat physically. That's what she said.
Yeah.
That's
No,
what
but
she
you know
said.
what, Chris?
So
No, but Chris, I think what happens. You're right. It is tricky. Oh, shout out to Lulu's cachet. Is it sachet?
crochet,
Crochet.
crochet, crochet.
Lulu's crash crochet for the beautiful cup. No, Chris, I think it's tricky because what happens is, first of all, when you're both at that level and you both have money, things are a little different. And I think more so with J Lo, she's powerful, and at the end of the day, she's a diva. She's used to having things a certain way, so I think a relationship kind of gets tricky, in the sense of maybe she's too dominating. Maybe a man can't handle that, or you understand what I'm trying to say. It could be one of those things, but. What me and Chris were getting to is that recently, J Lo was seen with her old flame, which is what is his name again, Chris? It's
Ben,
is it
ben, ben Affleck. Ben Affleck.
Ben Affleck? Yes. So Ben Affleck had I think they were spotted. Where the hell were they spotted? Let me see.
Santo Domingo, I think, in her movie or something. No?
Was this other? No, in Montana, in a resort in Montana.
Oh, in
That's where they were
Montana. Okay.
spotted. Yeah, they were both in the car, but they were both. It was Mother's Day weekend, and they were both there separately. But somehow they ended up together. So people.
That's a lot of coincidence.
Yeah. No, it's a lot. It's a planned coincidence. That's what we call it. But so this is the thing, though. My problem with J Lo is, and everything you said is correct, man. She's a powerful woman. She's a powerful Latino woman, and my hat's off to her.
Independent,
Yeah, like
has money.
she's a monster in this industry. But my thing is that she's too quick to jump into bed like with another person after a fact, like after a breakup, she's boom off to another one. Like, I mean, take time to kind of like reflect what went wrong, what was right. You understand, like, strategize. Don't just go right back with the next dude. Maybe there was something that you did, you're not seeing it clear, or they were doing that you're attracted to, that you got to kind of regame, replan how you're going to approach your next relationship. But and Mark Anthony has said that a long time ago when they broke up. He goes that she doesn't know how to be by herself. I think you have to first know yourself before you could be in a healthy relationship with somebody else. You got to know what's making you happy, what drives you, before you just jump from relationship to relationship. It doesn't look good.
the thing with that's the only time I think I gave her a pass. The thing with Mark Anthony is, and I've noticed this in Mark Anthony's pass. Mark Anthony's it seems I can't it seems he's a very dominant, controlling human being,
Could be.
and the women that he's had in the past are very docile. Is that a it's funny that you mention that, because I never, and that's a lot of women make that mistake. A lot of women don't take, and and there's some men too, but you see it a lot of women. They don't take the time to, what, let me see what went wrong in
Hmm.
this relationship on both sides. Because if it's like you're saying, if she's a dominant human being, and not for nothing, but right off the bat, I think I could name 6 or 7 relationships that she's been in that's been serious. You got Diddy, you got the dancer that got caught with the tranny. Um, you got Ben Affleck. He gave her a ring. A-Rod, Mark Anthony. And I know I'm missing a few in between, but um, you you hit the nail right on the head. You take your time and you realize, why is this not working? What's going on? And if it's like you say, if she's a dominant person, then get yourself a beta male. Get yourself a male that, okay, mommy, whatever you say, and okay, and maybe that'll make you happy. I don't know. I question how a beautiful independent woman like her, and I also put Holly Berry in there too. Why they can't, you know, hold a relationship? And I'm not putting everything on them, but it, when you see how, how things are, it's just weird. It's just, I don't know. I found it weird. I'm like,
No, it could
I found
definitely
it
be
very,
on the
very weird.
guy. It could definitely be on the guy, not, because when you're dealing with a powerful woman, you have to be a confident man in yourself to be okay that she's moving the way she's moving, but you have your place, and it's not necessarily say that you have to be lower than her. You could be equal to her, but you got to have that confidence to understand that, hey, she's a big person, and it shouldn't affect with you. And the other thing too is stop fucking dating celebrities. There's fucking guys in the corporate world, big
Yeah,
shots in
get
the
you a
corporate
regular.
world, a big dog like a hedge fund manager or something like that. That's making a lot of money. Get
No,
somebody
get
like
yourself
that,
a regular. Get 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 yourself a regular Joe, a guy that has a mid-level position.
or a superintendent, right? That fucking that lets creeks run through the building.
Resident manager, resident manager. I promise you that if his apartment was above mine, I would have said no. This ain't
Absolutely.
gotta go. It's not above mine.
Yo, oh man. So what else is going on? Oh, Chris.
So that Chinito pisses me off because that Chinito pisses me off because he's very persistent with the bell.
Now your doorbell rings? It's like, what the fuck? All right, your own mother's crawling across the kitchen floor. Get down, my army crawl. Army crawl, get in the closet. Go get the sword in the living room. Somebody get the sword underneath the couch in the living room. There's a sword. You have to turn and ask your family, you invite anybody over? You invite anybody over.
Like before you called me, I was taking a nap. This is not the first time he comes and knocks. He knocked before, but I'm taking a nap. Don't do it. And you ring the bell once, maybe twice, just to see maybe you didn't hear maybe the person didn't hear the first bell. But this motherfucker, I didn't even think you were hearing him. You see how much he rang the bell? Like 5 times.
You
Yeah,
know,
give up. After the second time, go back upstairs. There's nobody home.
yo, he's a good bell ringer. Yo, because it was
What?
persistent, and he holds it for the right amount of time.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I'm like, it's bothering me on my side, and you're there like nothing. You're like, yeah, it's all right. Motherfucker. He said, you
Oh my
motherfuckers in your
god.
podcast. I got a leak going on.
Yo,
What?
switching gears real quick, and
Mhm.
maybe I don't have a lot of information, but maybe you could so our friend Kareem had planned to um he was planning to go to Colombia
Oh,
for
nice.
in July. And he was hype, and I said, "Yo, Reem, I hear Colombia's beautiful, yada yada yada." He goes, "Yeah, Chris, but my problem is that," and we're going back. This is a month ago that we was having this conversation. You know, we're supposed to go celebrate my boy's 40th birthday, but he wants to bring his wife, and I'm like, so it's not a guy trip. It's a couples. He's the only one bringing his wife. I said that could be uncomfortable. There's
Yeah,
a
and
bunch of dudes, and then there's one guy. So he lucked out because I told him. I told him. I said, Ray, fuck it. Say what you gotta say. Tell him. I said, listen, nigga, this is a guy trip. Leave your woman at home. But it's the same dude that 3 years ago got
from the
caught
Vegas trip,
lying.
that's the guy from the Vegas trip, right? Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah,
So I
it's
don't, I believe it or not, I want to.
no, I'm
Go
sorry,
ahead.
Chris. We have this crazy delay happening. But what I was gonna say was that's gonna be a really uncomfortable trip for him. Even if his wife is cool with all the boys and all that, but if you got 6 dudes and then that one girl, it's weird. It's just gonna be, the guy's not gonna be able to be himself and go out with his
Ex-
friends and just fucking, ham it up or whatever. But
exactly. So that's the thing. So that's Kareem's dilemma. So I say, Kareem, this is not a dilemma at all. This is very simple. Tell him if it's a couples thing, go ahead. I don't got to go right now, but you go right ahead. When it's a friend's trip, a guy's trip, then we all go together. But I don't feel comfortable. And at the end of the day, every year they go on a trip. Every year. Last year they couldn't because of the COVID shit, but every year these childhood friends, they go on a trip, and this these are the same guys that went to Vegas, and which was they didn't do nothing bad in Vegas. The only person that did something bad was the dude that didn't tell his wife.
and it was a stupid lie, right? He said he was going somewhere that he wasn't going, something like that along those
Yeah,
lines.
he never. Yeah, and meanwhile, before the trip, Blue, I tell because Kareem brought it up. I say, "Yo, Reem, this is very simple, very simple. Um, go on a trip, and on your way to Vegas, tell him, I'll tell him that on his way to Vegas, call his wife. Listen, babe, the guys are taking a road trip to Vegas, but I mean, and that's it, and everything is fine. There's no need to lie. But the guy listened to his female cousin. Don't say anything. Blah, blah, boom. He didn't say everything. Everybody was in the fucking Venetian, in the Bogota, and all these places. Hey, putting out on social media.
It's
And this
crazy.
nigga got busted doing nothing. You know how bad it is when you get busted doing nothing?
Yeah, that's the worst. But then you know what it is. Then they have to look at the relationship, man. They got an issue there. Because listen, if he's gonna go on vacation,
100%.
you gotta trust that he's gonna do the right thing.
There you go. Trust is everything. I do not want to be in a relationship where I can't trust my partner. And I don't want to be in a relationship where my partner can't trust me. It's that simple because at the end of the day, we're gonna drive each other crazy. one way or another. So going back to the Colombia thing, um, uh, so now with the I think there's civil unrest going on in Colombia.
Yeah, so at the moment, and it's unfortunate because you had a group of protesters that lost their lives. I think in total there was about 26.
Oh
So
wow.
yeah, so what you have now is I think these are the effects of the pandemic. So what the government's doing over there is that they're raising the taxes and they're raising the price on food. So that's it's hurting the middle class out there. So you have a whole bunch of protests, but all these raises are happening because they're trying to offset the losses that occurred from the pandemic. And so you have these protesters out there and they're losing their lives and it's getting ugly. So I don't suggest going to Colombia at the moment now, even though it's a beautiful country, it's
That
very
that
popular now. It's a nice destination. A lot of people like going there now.
Yeah, and that's what it's funny because that's why he told me, he goes, with the stuff that's going on, and I wasn't, like I said, I don't watch the news. I wasn't, I have a few Colombian friends and they have posted something, but and I'm like, holy shit, what the fuck is going on? And now that you explain what was going on, but that's crazy because, and that's the thing, man. I've been telling people, at the end of the day, see, people are talking about the stimulus checks and the stimulus checks mean absolutely nothing. Are worth nothing. It's just like I can't even say it's a band-aid because at the end of the day, how many stimulus checks we were giving out? Three. There was the
Well,
2000. No,
I think it was one was 3,200 now.
no, 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 no. The first one was 1200.
Okay.
The second one was 600, and the third one, that was the last one, was 1400 in conjunction to the 2000 or whatever. And then you get families with little kids get, but all in all, let's just say we got $10,000, which we didn't get $10,000 for that year. That's nothing.
No, you're right. But believe it or not, Chris, um, some I want to say a good portion. Not I don't know how high the number is, but there are some people that are making out better during the pandemic through unemployment benefits, the stimulus checks that were being cut. That now you have job situations that can't be occupied because folks are still home. So the complaint now is that, hey, let's take away those unemployment checks so people could get back to work so the industry could start thriving again, and the economy could start moving. But you have some people they're not budging. They're like, yo, I'm doing better home. It's not worth it. It's not worth it for me to go in.
Yeah, but you want to see how they budge, Lou? How they budge is you stop giving these
Unemployment and all that.
these because the unemployment, I know we pay for our unemployment, but um or at least take away the extra because at the end of the day, the middle class and the lower class are the ones that are gonna have to pay for all this. Nothing is free. This is not free. And the thing is, we're gonna come out at the end of this. We're gonna come out even if we don't if we're not careful. We'll come out even worse. Why? Because we've been stuck at home, stuffing our faces, getting fatter, not taking care of our health, mental. I just saw something like 3 days ago. Like this mental health shit is serious with the so it's affecting. No, let's get back to normal. That's why I was telling my girl that things are gonna go back to normal this September. Everybody's gonna go back to school. Things are gonna go back to normal. Now that almost half of the population of the United States of the North America has gotten the vaccine. Uh, Things are gonna go back to normal. The vaccine is something that it's on you. If it's your decision if you want to take it or not. But they're gonna open up the schools again.
Yeah.
I think
No.
Pfizer just got authorized to give they
I think
lower the
12,
age.
12 to 16 or something like that.
Yeah, and
They,
they're
they, they
working on the little ones.
yeah. So no, I mean that's definitely a good thing because now if you get kids vaccinated, then you could that helps parents to go back to work and live normal
Yeah,
life because
there you go.
parents are scared. They don't want to send their kids to school, and I don't blame them. But you're right, though. The mental effects of this pandemic, you're gonna see them, and I think you're seeing them right now because you see the violence level. A lot of violence is happening, Chris. Like there was a shooting in Times Square. 3 people got shot in the middle of the day, Chris. Times Square.
Little
Somebody's
kids. I
like,
think it was
well,
yeah.
one kid got hit, innocent bystander. You see girls stabbing other girls in the store, middle of the day. I just think people just being cooped up too long, it's gonna have a negative effect. What you see in Colombia is hopefully it doesn't, transcend to other areas, but prices are going to go up. They're going to start taxing people, and people that's going to bring people, to the streets and protest. And then what happens is just a vicious cycle of these negative things impacting and affecting each other, which will cause people to react. And hopefully people are just, clear headed and, making the right decisions on how they voice their opinion.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you, is it a I don't know if you know this, is it violent protesting? Like, are they being violent, or it's peaceful protesting, and the government is shooting peaceful protesters?
Truthfully, I don't know. If I go based on pictures, it looks like, there may be some rock throwing and things of that nature, but I don't know if that's the effects of after the government is retaliating. You understand? I don't know if it's a cause and effect type thing. But my understanding was that it was innocent protesting. At the end of the day, they're protesters, Chris. When you talking about 26 protesters are murdered,
Yeah,
dude,
no, I understand.
that's a problem there. That's a big problem. But you know what it is? People get scared when you take it away food from them. Now you're talking about survival. So,
And
you're
they
gonna get
they see they see what's going on in Venezuela and their situation for a couple of years now, for quite a few years. So they might be that also might play a part. Also, I heard Venezuela, like the food situation in Venezuela is not good. You
no,
know, so yeah, so it's sad. Like I hate that this is going on, but I know that there's a mental health factor behind all of this. You say the girl with with the knife, but did you see the sixth grader that shot her school up somewhere? You gotta listen. The virus is real, and the virus is serious. So I understand if you have a kid with underlying issues. I understand that part. But if your kid is healthy, send them to school and also educate him. Don't touch your hands. Don't get. And it's hard when you're dealing with little kids, but you try to educate them as best as possible. Everything is gonna go back to normal this summer. They already said. I think Cuomo said that in at the end of this month or in July, everything opens up.
July. Yeah, July is the full opening. I know a majority of companies are saying after Labor Day, that's it, everything's gonna open up. So that'll be good. Um,
Yeah, get
I
back to
mean,
normal and listen. We have it, and I'm sorry to interrupt you. Lou.
mm,
We have it in our hands. Get the vaccine or you don't get the vaccine. It's 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 on you. You want to protect yourself. And I started thinking. The minorities and the conspiracy theories of the minorities, and then I saw a statistic. White people and wealthy people, they're all getting the vaccine. So not for nothing. If you look at it to a standpoint of they got more, that you can see how they got more to be worried about because they have companies and they have money and this and that, and they taking the vaccine to protect themselves. We have to just do your due diligence, get your right information and make the right decision. I'm sorry.
quick question. Is your bodega guy raising the prices on you?
The 99-cent store people fucking raised the fucking they raised some shit, man. I'm like, yo, like
They're
I went to my
103
gallon
now.
of water. I went to buy a gallon of water. The gallon of Poland Spring water, which I use for my coffee and my teas. To drink, I use this, but for the coffee and teas, I buy the other stuff, right? I buy the Poland Spring. So I grab it. Poland Spring was $1.50 the gallon. $1.50. I put the gallon on the thing. I got $2 on the counter. The motherfucker looks at me. He goes, "No, it's $2.25. You owe me 25 cents." I said, "What? This is $1.50." No. Everything went up. And I'm like, I'm gonna owe you the 25 cents. I don't have it on me right now. It's okay. You good. So, yeah, I'm good, motherfucker, because I come here every fucking day, and now I'm noticing that you raising up the prices. I'm like, so then I go to the store next to it, to the deli next to it, and I say, yo, how much you have the water for? $2.75. What?
Yeah,
Your people next to you have it for $2.25 and I had it for $1.50. Oh, Chris, I don't know how they could afford to. I said, really?
yeah. Yeah, you're gonna listen, that's a reality now. You go to some places, the upcharge is crazy, man. The upcharge is fucking crazy.
You want to laugh, Lou? Remember the other day I told you about, did I ask you about Lysol?
Yes,
I
I
thought
think
they
they
were
charge you like
they
$7 or something like that, $8.
$8 for the can, right? And I'm like, okay. So I go to the hardware store from the building. So let me get some Lysol. I've been cleaning and disinfecting everything in the apartment, So I say, let me get a case of Lysol. So the guy, Spanish dude, cool dude, he has glasses, right? And he looks at me like over the glasses. He looks at me, and I'm like, "What's going on?" And he goes, "You sure you want a case?" I said, "Yeah, give me a case." Okay, before I give you, it's $250.
For
A
Lysol?
case of I said, a case of Lysol in this hardware store, which is the building has the account on, 250. I said, whoa, what? He goes, 250. I said, wait, no. So don't give me the case, because give me 6. The case was 12.
Yo, Chris, which
So
floors in your
I
building got
know,
this? You'd be like, well, the third floor is not gonna get
I know.
disaffected.
No, the other side. I just disinfect this side right here. My side. This is my side. So I know that when this week or next week, when they get the bill, the landlord's gonna question me on that. And I'm like, yo me voy a hacer el loco. What? What? No, this costs $6. No. Yeah, they're selling the fucking can for $18 a pop.
Yeah, but that's price gouging, man. You call. I think you could report them 311. It shouldn't be no way near that. All right, you go up $1 or $2, unless I can't even say that where he's getting it from, they're charging him that much. It's just is not enough. But that shouldn't affect the price if there's not
No,
enough.
I remember I had a conversation with you. I screamed at $8. At $8, I screamed. I said, "Yo, dude, is this?" And you told me, "Chris, I really don't buy. I don't know, whatever." So imagine this is $10 over that.
Yeah, but it's a trick. You get the generic brands. They do the same thing. Lysol is just a brand. That's all it
Yeah,
is. But
yeah,
you get the
I know,
generic
but
brand.
I wasn't thinking about
I
that.
know.
I'll get the generic brand. If I gotta come out of pocket, I'll get the generic brand for now.
No, your hand might turn green and stuff, but it'll kill
It's
something.
okay. As long as it kills the bacteria, I'm good.
Yeah.
Yo, now it's funny you mentioned the bodega thing, right? When I used to live in the South Bronx, when I was a kid, I used to live in the South Bronx. Um, I used to hate when my mom used to send me to the store with the fucking booklet of food stamps.
Oh my god.
And then you give them the fucking it was 1, 5, 10,
10 and a 20, I
and was
think,
there
right?
20s?
It was
Yeah.
a 20. I think there was
So
like 2 20s.
I used to hate that motherfucking booklet, man. And the thing is, and the store was right under my building, so it was right. It was on the. So who the fuck you gonna bump into in the fucking store? Kids from your fucking the people who you play stickball with.
Jerome. Oh man.
Oh shit, man! I used to fucking hate it, man. And my mom, I used to buy cigarettes with that. I used to buy. You can buy everything with the fucking things, and
Chris,
it's funny.
I'm sorry, Chris, but yo, I was the opposite. I actually used to like going to the store with those books because I felt like I was balling. I would flip that sucker open. I'll scroll through. What do we got?
Are you serious?
So what do we got today, baby? I think as you start to get older, that the kids get a little crueler. But when you're young, man, I'm like, shit. I'm gonna get me some. What do you call those? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no. What were you talking
No, no,
about?
no, no,
Chico
no. Go ahead. I'm
sticks?
done. Yeah, exists exactly. The Chico sticks.
No, my thing was I was in fifth grade. So fifth grade is that's that kids have no chill.
That's the pivotal age where you're transitioning into junior high school, and you gotta be on point because that sets up your high school days.
Oh shit! And if she would send me the key food, it was bad too. I just didn't like it, man. And now I not now, but now I realize that I never went to bed hungry. She made sure. So those are the things. That's how how kids the mind is crazy. You over here upset because of that you have to go buy these, use these food stamps, but you're not thinking, motherfucker, you're gonna eat.
Yeah.
One day I bought, you crazy shit. One day I bought the Wonder Bread, and it had a mouse inside of it.
No. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, no
Bronx?
bullshit. It had a fucking mouse. Of course, I'm Bronx, nigga, BX. So my mom picks it up. Christian. So every time my full name is called, it's something bad. It's never something like my father. Every time my father used to say Christian, I'm like, it's not good. Mira esto. And then you see the fucking mouse, and I'm
Oh,
like, yeah, it was alive.
get the fuck out of here. You can hear me?
No bullshit, Lou.
Oh,
I go downstairs. Yeah, I can hear you. There's a little delay,
okay.
but so I go back. So she sends me downstairs again. Now, mind you, I live in a fucking 5th floor, no elevator, 5th floor walk up. So I go back downstairs. Now I'm pissed.
I can see you huffing and puffing. But like, damn, why this building don't got an elevator?
So I go downstairs, and I'm pissed off. So I go to the dude. But by the way, he was Colombian. The dude was Colombian. The bodega guy. So I said, yo, mira esto. So he looks at it, and then he asks me, how did I get in there?
Yeah. Chris, he didn't tell you, oh, you won the prize.
That's like Cracker Jack. Cracker Jack.
You got the prize. You got the.
I tell him, I said, yo, look at this, man. Why you have a cat and you got the mice in there? What the hell the cat is doing? Because there's always a cat in the fucking bodega. And the fucking that day was crazy. It's one of my. I have a few more, but that was one of my bodega. You got any bodega stories, Lou?
Man, I remember I worked in a bodega for a while. Um, Negrons. I don't know if that rings a bell. Negrons, 42nd Street, 8th Avenue. It was a Dominican bodega. This was like the bodegas. We're talking 80s now, 80s to 90s. So everybody used to go to Negrons. Negrons was a cool Dominican guy. So one day, I'm in the mood for some fucking what you call the chocolate Rice Krispie snacks, whatever, the brown box. So I go.
Okay.
And I should have known something was up because he had the cereal boxes all up on the top row, and somehow the smacks were by themselves. Everything else was to the left. There was like a big gap, and everything was there. But I'm in the mood for those chocolate smacks, and I think I pulled out the coupon book, so I was balling. So I get the box. I go home, and Chris, you know how it is, right? You're in front of the TV. You get the biggest bowl you have in your house. And I pour the milk, and then boom, I crack open the cereal box. I start pouring shit out, and everything is brown because it's brown cereal.
Oh, the Rice Krispie treats. The
brown Rice Krispie, the chocolate ones.
The chocolate ones, not the cocoa Rice
Cocoa
Krispies.
treats or something like that.
Yeah.
So Chris, everything's pouring out the box, going into this big pot. But I grab my spoon, and now I look down into the bowl. Shit is moving. Why? The box was probably made 10% of roaches inside. It was just all over the place. But the thing is, I couldn't stop them. I got freaked out, and they started coming out the bowl. They started walking everywhere. So I had to end up fucking stomping them out. But I was so disappointed because that day when I went to the store, I thought I was balling. Remember when you had the books, but when you went through, it might have only been one bill left. It was a $5. So then I was done. No more cereals that day. But yeah.
Get the fuck! You didn't go back?
I was a little kid. You just take it out. Negron would have looked at me and said, "Papi, you sure that happened here?" No, he's a little Debbie. Go ahead, go back. You're okay. Here's a little Debbie. Go back.
I want to take you to little Debbie, motherfucker. This is crazy. Yo, that's crazy, man. They would get away with now. Now you got the health department cracking down on a lot of shit. But it was crazy the way. I bought, this happened like 10 years ago, 11 years ago. The deli, the store right there, they're long gone, right? I always used to walk to 39th Street to get my cold cuts there. This day, I said, you know what, fuck it, let me just get in here, whatever. So I buy a pound of ham, a pound of cheese, and I get the fucking, the Italian bread. It was gonna be a nice sandwich or whatever. I come home, and my ex was making a sandwich. So she takes a few slices of ham. She puts it, and then when she was getting towards the middle, the ham started getting discolored and slimy.
Yeah, that's not good.
She calls me. He goes, "Look at this. This is different. It's not good." And I'm like, so off the bat, her first question is, "Where you bought this?" And I'm like, "In the store."
You fucked up. You're like, yeah, in the store.
Listen, which store? The one right here. The one right here. You shouldn't buy from there. You know that this. And I went back and I said, "Yo, Salah, look at this, bro." And I was a good dude. I waited till the fucking place emptied, and I said, "Look, man, this is no good smell. No, this is good." And I don't know why I bought there. The motherfuckers always had his fingernails was dirty, and I'm like, why would I do this shit, man? And everything went to the fucking trash. He gave me my money back, but everything went to the trash. I said, "Listen, you want some? No, I don't want nothing else. Thank you for everything."
Chris, did you ask the Muslim guy, taste it. Tell me if it tastes good.
I told her to smell it. Smell it. Motherfucker, man. This is fucking crazy.
Chris, I'm gonna give you a second to get ready over there for the
outro.
Go ahead. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in today to Breeze Shooters Podcast. As always, please support your boys on YouTube. Go out there, click the link, subscribe, share our content with your friends. Have them subscribe and like our content. And of course, you can always find us on Facebook. Facebook to the Breeze Shooters podcast page. Again, follow us, hit the like button, and share our content. And like I mentioned earlier, look out for Daddy of the Year movie coming soon. This holiday season. We're gonna be having the cast on in the next coming months leading up to the movie. Your boys will be appearing in that movie. And as always, thank you for the support. It is truly appreciated. And the biggest compliment and the biggest favor that you can do for me and Chris is to share our content and our information with your friends. And with that being said, I pass it over to my good friend Chris to take us on out.
Okay, here we go.
Mhm.
I wonder how the drinking game went today. I wasn't paying attention. So,
Yeah, you know what? Just in case, take a drink because for Chris's tenant up on 4A, take a drink because right now he has a pool. He has a pool.
Just reminded me. I gotta go check. Once you replace negative thoughts with positive ones, you start having positive results. It's that simple. Stay positive, man. It's not about not being realistic or I'd rather focus on the positive side of what I have than focus on the negative sides that I don't have. It's that simple.
Boom. Take care, everybody. Be good. Chris, hablamos.